Maybe you have or haven't done a lot of cooking in your life. Me, not tons. At least not a whole lot I would consider good home cooking. But for this past Christmas, I was going to make my fancy chicken and gnocchi soup. I call it fancy because anything pretty much over 4 ingredients is high-end cooking to me. It had been about a year since I had made it. I knew it was a bit of a process, and so I was ready to hurry up and get to the end result as fast as possible. I had some of the ingredients out along with my recipe sheet, and so I decided to get to work to make this mouth-watering masterpiece. Have you ever thought about how God sees you as His masterpiece? You are beautifully complex, the Bible says. You made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous, how well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. How precious are your thoughts towards me, O God. They cannot be numbered. I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of sand. And when I wake up, you are still with me. Psalm 139, 13 through 18. I'm sure God thinks you are quite fancy and someone He marvels over as piece by piece He is molding you, teaching you, and showing you how to be refined through His Son Jesus. Yes, He is doing a wonderful work in you, but it's a process. And sometimes we try to rush the process, skip over important steps because we are trying to reach the end result we want to see. You see, when I was making my fancy soup, I overlooked some really important ingredients I needed to finish it. I just rushed in to do the things I knew to do and then realized partway in. The thing is, with cooking, it doesn't really work to go back and try to add the ingredients afterwards. Girls, don't you think we too try to rush into our day many times just trying to get what we want done? We rush on without the most important ingredient we need for our day. That's prayer and time to seek God. God many times is an afterthought, like, oops, I kind of forgot about Him because I was too busy doing all this other stuff. I did that with relationships. I asked God's blessing over it after I was in it, but I didn't ask God before I got into it if I even should. Sometimes we rush into saying yes to something because it seems like a good, godly thing. We don't stop to ask God if that's what we should be doing. We can just do and do as we think best without having time to pray and seek God. But it's really not as great trying to squeeze God back in after you forgot about Him. Yes, He's so gracious and forgiving of us, but we can miss a work He wanted to do or something He would have protected us from because we left Him out. Think about how the God of the universe who made you knows all the parts that make you special, aka fancy, knows what you are made for, has amazing plans for you, offers to give you His strength, love, and peace, knows what's best for you and offers His best, wants to guide you, and we just happen to forget Him, or we choose to try our day all on our own. Girls, we are missing the most important ingredient in our day, connecting to our source of everything good. When things are melded together in order, it's a wonderful thing. So don't go into your day feeling like you have to rush to get things done and have to skip time in prayer. Prayer is the most important ingredient of your day. Prayer is the more important work that helps all the other work and things you do come together. And you'll be happy to know that my good friend graciously brought over the ingredients I needed and saved the day. The fancy chicken and gnocchi soup pot was scraped clean, and God gave me yet another life lesson. I love you, God, and love you, girls.